Bowser, the so-called King of the Koopas who's been a menace to the Mushroom Kingdom for a long time. Known throughout the games of Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, and so on, Bowser was always known to try and kidnap Peach and defeat Mario and Luigi. However, there is a certain type of Mario games that lets Nintendo have more creative freedom with the already established characters from the Marioverse. Yes, I'm talking about the Mario RPG games. Today, I want to talk about Bowser, but not just Bowser from any Mario game. Instead, from a certain Mario RPG series that really stood out to me in terms of writing. Well, by reading the title, I guess you can already tell which series I want to talk about. That's right, the Mario and Luigi series. You might wonder,
But Bigata, what is it that you want to talk about exactly in terms of Bowser? There's not really much to say.
You're wrong. You're definitely wrong. No, like seriously, you're wrong and you have zero clue about Bowser or his character arc he went through. It's not as simple as it might be, or maybe it does and it's not as deep as I make it out to be. Anyhow, we're going to talk about his character, so sit tight, get some popcorn, and relax, cause you're about to witness absolute cinema. I'll get cooked if I don't live up to the expectations, won't I? Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, the first entry of the Mario and Luigi series and the beginning of many plot points that have yet to be developed. Bowser, the legit king of the Koopas, a force to be reckoned with and definitely not someone to take on the light shoulder, is what I would say if they wouldn't make a complete joke out of him. The reason for that is not because Bowser is supposed to be a weakling, it's because he isn't supposed to be in the spotlight. Remember the word spotlight for later on. Bowser during this entire game has been made a fool of. He not only lost his troops but also his Koopa jet. This was the beginning of the Koopa King's downfall as a serious-taking character. Fast forwarding a bit, Mario and Luigi arrive at Chocolate Woods where they encounter Popple and Rookie. This Rookie character looks very familiar, doesn't he? Well, the bros think so too and they try to tell this individual that he has to snap out of it. But it's of no use. Popple states that Rookie's been found in the mountains, specifically the Hoo-Hoo Mountains, and that he took him in as an apprentice to teach him the art of stealing. The bros both battle the thief duo and lo and behold, they both lose to the dynamic duo. Later on, they have a rematch in the Woohoo University and after the fight they all cling onto the Beanstar. Everyone was trying their best to cling onto it as tight as possible, but alas, they all failed to cling onto it and they all fall off. With the exception of Rookie, or who it really turns out to be, Bowser. Yes, the one and only Koopa King seemingly ready to make his grand comeback as a main villain after being clowned on for so long. He's finally able to... Never mind, he just fell off too. A little bit later, we see how Bowser, seriously injured, is being found by Fawful. Cackletta then orders Fawful to transplant her soul inside Bowser's body. Thus, a new evil being is being born. Later on, after the bros escorted the princess to Little Funky Town, it's revealed that Bowser finally came back to steal the princess. But plot twist, it's not Bowser that kidnaps the princess. It's actually Cackletta who resides inside Bowser's body. However, since she's inside Bowser's body, she's no longer Cackletta, but Boletta now. So after regaining a new body with newfound powers, she kidnaps the princess and gives them an ultimatum. The bros have to collect the 4 Beanstar pieces that scattered across the whole kingdom if they want the princess back. Later on, when the Beanstar has been acquired by the bros, Boletta went to get Bowser's castle as a new hideout to operate her plans from. After tough battles against the Koopalings, the bros arrive and challenge her to a final showdown, hoping to take her down. They eventually make it and peace finally returns in the Bean Bean Kingdom. Bowser regains his body back and everything is back to normal. But the adventure doesn't stop here. A few years later, we see that Bowser is still on about to kidnap the princess again. After failing in an attempt to kidnap her, he falls inside a time vortex leading him to the Thwomp Volcano, where he faces off with the bros in an epic battle together with his past self. Here we can see an interesting interaction between him and himself where they both motivate themselves by saying to become eviler. Also, adult Bowser saying to his younger self to become eviler than himself is a very interesting important thing to say, as I will dive into it in a bit. Fast forwarding a lot, the Mario Bros defeat the Shroops and peace has been restored yet again. However, Mario and Luigi have to fight Bowser again after he landed back inside the Mushroom Castle. When Bowser comes to his senses, he wants to kidnap the princess again, but he gets controlled by the spirit of the Elder Shrew princess and attacks the younger and older Mario Bros. Once again, Bowser is defeated. After so many L's he took, you might think that it'll continue like that, right? Well, that's what everyone thought. But the next arc is what changes everything. Bowser is the main character and gets his own spotlight. Remember a few minutes earlier how I said you should remember the word spotlight? Well, this is what I was referring to. In the Dark Star arc, Bowser has to go through many hardships, from betrayal to teaming up unconsciously with his arch enemies to having a yellow ball annoy him as his inner voice. This arc is where Bowser finally gets to do his title as the Koopa King justice. This arc in general just goes to show that Bowser is not a weakling and that he definitely can beat his enemies because no matter what strength or sights they have, he still wants to defeat them. And this is proof of his thick-headedness but also his pride as a Koopa. Bowser may have not shown it throughout the series so far, but he does care about his minions. For instance, the special attacks he gets during the games are all moves he performs together with his minions. He doesn't use them as some sort of weapon, he works together with them. In the final battle, you can see that he also uses his minions in order to defeat the dark version of him. He doesn't rely on anything else than his minions, which is how a true king would act no matter how good or evil they are. And as a good contrast, unlike the real Bowser, Dark Bowser uses the same exact type of special attacks against him, but he uses them in a way where he doesn't really work together with them, but more so how he uses them is how he would use a weapon, meaning they're just tools for him. Whereas Bowser has faith in his own comrades because he knows that working together would bring them their victory, just like with the enemies they fought so far. Bowser defeats Dark Bowser, and peace once again returns to the Mushroom Kingdom. Bowser of course wants to fight against Mario and Luigi once again, but still fails to do so. Then again, Bowser didn't lose entirely, because, moving on a bit in time, Bowser gets a gift from the Mushroom Palace. Bowser, understandably being mad about that after losing his 1000 fight against the bros, he immediately tells everyone to get out of his room because he needs some alone time. But that was not because he didn't want to accept the gift. It's more so because he felt like he would be embarrassed showing that kind of curiosity towards his minions. So yeah, he did want to know what was inside the box he got. When he opened that gift, he saw a cake with a Mario, Luigi, and Peach figure on top of the cake, with some fireworks but also with a chocolate face of Bowser on top of it, to thank him. This symbols that everyone respects Bowser for what he did, not only his minions, but also his enemies. Thus concludes a very important character arc that would have his climax in the next arc of the series. Wait. Before we move on though, there is one more thing I need to clear up. Remember when I said at the scene where both versions of Bowser are thrown off of the volcano, where the older Bowser told the baby version how he should become eviler? Yeah, the baby Bowser from Partners in Time is actually the same Bowser that we play in Bowser's Inside Story. Now there is no specific confirmation if they're the one and the same Bowser altogether, and I want to dedicate this whole topic a completely different video. However, it would make sense for him to be because of that one scene in Bowser's Castle where he can fight the Shroops as an optional boss. There, we can see that Bowser cryogenically frozen them to keep them alive to maybe use them against the bros one day, which just goes to show that Bowser not only applies strength but also smartness. Using an extraterrestrial army under your command against the bros? Doubling your forces just like that? Truly a five-head moment. We finally arrived at the last part of this video. This part is where Bowser's character finally concludes in the Pelillo Island arc taking place in Mario & Luigi Dream Team. Here, we can see that Bowser is present. He is no longer a character that just goofs off in the background while Mario and Luigi are out there saving the day again. Bowser in this game is back again as a main villain alongside with Phantasma, who wants to be free and do whatever he wants. Bowser on the other hand, he wants world domination, and he feels like that this right here, this cooperation with Phantasma, can finally bring him what he's been yearning for so long. He works together with Phantasma to take reign over the island, as well as using the Dreamstone as the main power source to obliterate everything in their path by making their wishes come true. You know, when I played this game back when it was new, I thought that Bowser would get betrayed again just like in the previous entry, and then Tasman would become the final villain of this game. But I was wrong. Bowser was the one who betrayed Entasma at the end, a plot twist no one actually saw coming. We all thought, since this is the Mario & Luigi series we're talking about, Bowser would just get clowned on like in the previous entries. But that wasn't the case. Bowser had it enough, once and for all. He didn't want to be the clown of the circus anymore. Bowser didn't want to be the doormat for the other villains. He wanted to be the other villains to be his doormat. But not only the other villains, the Mario Bros as well. He finally wanted revenge and redemption for what he had to go through. Partially because of the Bros, but also partially because of other third parties. Bowser was over it getting betrayed by others. He didn't want to witness betrayal once again. He finally wanted to be the final boss. Which is why he decided to absorb all of the Dreamstone's particles after it got destroyed before all of his hopes would be gone. Dream Bowser was born, and the final battle for Piilo Island has finally begun. Now we're getting to a point where Bowser feels like he's unstoppable. He gained the ultimate power of the dreams so he can fulfill his own ambitions and goals. The first one he has in mind is to destroy Mario and Luigi, which is why he summons his minions to defeat them. But wait, if he has the power of dreams, can't he just summon whatever he wants? Something that is sure to stop Mario and Luigi? Well, for Bowser, it's a no, because of how the bond between him and his minions are very tight and where he knows that he can beat his enemies. He once did it with Dark Bowser, so logically, he should be able to do so again, right? Well, yesn't, but actually no. Mario and Luigi have been on many adventures and fought many enemies that were all otherworldly strong. Hence, I'd say they were stronger than Bowser. But Mario and Luigi still overcame these obstacles. Bowser was very close to defeat the Mario Bros. He was really close. He basically had everything he needed. But alas, it wasn't enough to defeat the Bros. This marks the end of a long character arc that unfortunately reached a tragic end. Bowser was no longer in his dream form and lost everything he worked hard for. The Mario Bros defeated him once again, and the princess got saved again. Piolo Island is at peace, and everything returns back to normal. However, even if he lost everything, Bowser has his minions and he vowed to beat Mario and Luigi one day. Also, one more neat detail. Throughout the series, Bowser called Luigi Greenstash without even bothering to remember his real name. In Dream Team, however, he actually calls Luigi by his name as a token of respect towards Luigi's power and will to protect his loved ones. This also shows a subtle development towards his attitude towards the Green Bro. This part of the video is what marks the end of it. Yeah, I know, you might wonder why I'm not gonna talk about Bowser and Paper Jam, right? Well, simply put, I feel like his character arc ended greatly with Dream Team, and Paper Jam just does something that doesn't really progress his character. Also with Dream Team feeling like a true finale to Bowser's arc. I'd say that's a perfect moment to wrap it up perfectly. Though, I will make a video about Paper Jam in general in the future, so I hope that's at least a bit indemnifying for you guys. Anyway, that would be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video and let me know your thoughts on this analysis down in the comments below. If I missed something, then please let me know, although I'm sure that I covered the most important things of Bowser's character. I do want to make more of these type of analysis with other characters from the Mario & Luigi series as well, so if you want, you can write down some characters that you want me to cover and I will make a vid on these. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and see y'all in the next one. Bye.